You want to know the difference between mice and men? Mice are small and gray, and men are human beings. Hi, I'm Peyton. This is my co-host, Frog. Say hi, Frog. Hi. So, we're going to be talking about Lennie today. I'm going to be honest, he's one of my favorite characters. Kind of sucks that he had to die. But also, if he didn't die, Curly would have tortured the poor dude. He would have tortured him. He's not a child. I almost went, that poor child. Yeah. Lennie is one of my favorite characters from Of Mice and Men, and if people weren't so rude to him and accepted him instead, this might have happened. They would have kept a bodyguard pretty much, because he doesn't know his strength, but we'll get into that. First, we're going to talk about his mental health. So, as we all know, Lennie is mentally disabled. He, according to researchers, shows symptoms of not high functioning, almost low functioning autism. And he also showcases other mental disabilities. If I find a list, it's going to go over Mr. Frog's head. And the reason why it's so important that he has mental disabilities is it keeps the story moving. Like, that's the whole reason George sticks with him. If he didn't have mental disability, it would just be about two dudes being friends. The story would crumble. It wouldn't work. Because it literally revolves around him having mental illness. He's one of the main characters. That's why it's so important. Part 2. To this. I'm giving it parts now. Why does Lennie have to die? I wrote, what does Lennie have to die? Why does Lennie have to die? So George kills Lennie to protect him, right? Yeah. So George kills Lennie to protect him, because if George doesn't kill him fast and sweet, Curly's gonna kill him slow and painfully from torture for killing his wife that he didn't even love. It's a separate video. For killing his wife. So, and also his death, since George has to kill him, symbolizes not even the death of just one fragile, mentally ill person, but it represents him destroying a rare and idealized friendship. It's basically a friendship that everybody wants, not one where you're taking care of a mentally ill person, but like, we all just rely on each other and care about each other, because Lennie cares for George and George cares for Lennie. So at the beginning of the book, in chapter 2, George describes Lennie as strong as a bull, and Lennie repeats it, but he doesn't know his own strength. He doesn't realize that might be a problem in some cases. That's why his pet mice keep dying. And by the end of the book, when he is, killing Curly's wife, he says, I don't want to hurt you, but George will be mad if you yell. He knows he's doing at least something wrong, but he doesn't realize why he is. He blames it on Curly's wife, which I don't even think she has a name. Curly's wife screaming because she let him touch her hair because it was soft, and then he didn't want to let go, so she started yelling. He thought he was just touching a soft thing. Doesn't understand why she's saying no now. He can't handle her way of asking, hey, please don't. She just starts screaming. So yeah. Part 3. Why is Lennie important to basically everybody on the ranch? He may seem, I have dogs, sorry. It may seem that everybody doesn't like him, which is really just Curly. Everybody else cares for him. Sorry, I have a dog, right? Yeah, I have a dog. I have multiple dogs. Anyways, Lennie is important to everybody. He has to depend on George, but it helps George regulate his feelings, because a lot of people back then did not regulate their feelings. They're very abusive and abrasive and very George having to take care of Lennie helps him calm down, talk to talk to Lennie, and actually tell them how they're feeling. Be like, no, I don't want you to run away. You're just getting on my nerves right now, which is basically what happened in chapter 1. He symbolized the archetype, I don't even know if that's how you say it, archetype of the wise fool. So he's able to reveal the best and the worst of people due to his mental illness and the way he talks to people. He doesn't talk down to people. He's very childlike because of his mental disabilities, and it really shows how people treat him. How do they treat others? How do they treat others that are normal, neurotypical people, which is basically saying you're normal. He also this is basically about George, but he keeps George motivated to work by consistently mentioning the rabbits and their own personalized little ranch that they're gonna have. He keeps George motivated to get their steak, and George keeps Lennie motivated to actually do his job so they can get those rabbits. He is showing Lennie how to have a work ethic, to work towards something. So yeah, that is my analysis of Lennie from Of Mice and Men. How do you feel about Lennie? Lennie's great. He's amazing. See, even Mr. Frog agrees. So yeah, hopefully you liked the video. It's going on my YouTube channel. And also, it wasn't connected to anything. I just like using it for personal touch. That's going in the blooper section.